Greetings, scientists. My name is Haley, and I'm with the Discovery Center of Idaho, and welcome back to Young Discoverers. Today we're going to learn about aerodynamics. Now, what is that, you ask? It's the study of flight. Think of planes, birds, rocket ships. I have a cat's tail right next to me. That's not aerodynamic, but here's our little pal for today. Imagine a hairdryer and a ping pong ball, right? If I were to turn this air dryer on and I had this ping pong ball, if I put it in that stream of hot air that's coming from that blow dryer, would it stay up? Would it float? Yeah, totally. So imagine, and this ping pong ball is floating up, right? Now, if I were to turn it off, the ping pong ball would drop, right? We're adding that stream of air. Now, as I'm speeding up the air with that blow dryer that's making that ping pong ball up, I'm also decreasing the pressure, which is why it can stay in that stream of hot air. So if you want to try that with your parents' permission, you can ask for a blow dryer and maybe a ping pong ball or a light ball and see what happens if you turn it on and try to keep it floating. Airplanes follow the same principle, except for they have extra structures called wings. Now, as the air moves under the wings and around the plane, you get this upward force called lift that keeps the plane flying higher. You're going to build your very own paper airplane, but before you do that, let's find out all the fun things that you can do with a paper airplane, huh? So, we are going to read Have You Ever Made a Paper Airplane by Robert Erickson. Have you ever made a paper airplane? It really is quite simple, not very difficult at all. Take a sheet of paper and make several folds. Do not worry about perfection. There is no need for that right now. Take a look at that good instruction there, huh? Nice. Now take your time. Please do not rush. There is no need to worry about your aim. When you and your imagination are ready, let it fly up towards the sky. It can bring you up to places you have not seen, as long as your imagination is alive and along for the ride. Imagine yourself as a pilot who is flying fast among the stars and clouds. Fly your airplane high, then higher. Zoom right into the clouds. Let the wind take you somewhere you have always wanted to go. I am curious. Where will this be? You can go on a space adventure and make a brand new friend. If you use your imagination, new things can happen. Hey, you never know. If outer space is not your cup of tea, pretend it's your paper airplane's turn to take the lead with a gaggle of friendly geese. Possibly it's about time to leave your feathered friends and now fly across the horizon. This is where you cruise past a magical land which is only for your eyes to see. Within the land, your airplane will become a brave knight who is ready to battle anything. You save a princess who has been frantically waiting for someone to save the day. Go ahead and leave the magical land to travel further back in time. Let your paper airplane fly through a group of friendly dinosaurs. Don't you think they'll be surprised to see such a creature fly by? Now, for a moment, close your eyes and become a humble penguin. I know this idea sounds strange, but wouldn't you like a warm vacation? Fantastic! Your paper airplane will give you a ride. Have you ever looked at a small critter and thought, I think they need a home? Make your paper airplane into a cozy house for them. It will be the perfect amount of shelter for any little creature who needs a place to call their own. Would you take your paper airplane out to a frigid winter day? Give it a toss and let it fly? You never know. What if it will pass by? If the cold is not your idea of fun, you could be a paper airplane for Halloween. Can you imagine the look on everyone's faces as you fly by that day? Whatever you do with your paper airplane, be sure to watch out for trees. You do not want it stuck there all alone amongst so many leaves. After all this reading and wondering, some may ask, what did we learn? Pow, bam, wow! We found out with a healthy imagination something so simple is not just a paper airplane. If by chance you do get bored, do not begin to panic. The only thing you need to do is grab a few pieces of paper and try out some new folds. It's time to spark up that imagination, friend. You will never guess where it will take you. Do not forget the power of your imagination. Now go ahead and make many more. The end. Now before you go and make your paper airplane, remember that you are first an engineer. And as engineers, we can adjust and change the way that the airplane is made or certain features that it has, so it can change or make better the way that it flies. There are 3 forces that you need to keep in mind while you're building your airplane. One is lift. If you don't have proper wings, your airplane isn't going to leave your hand. It won't fly very well. 2 is drag. If you fold down your wings at all, or if there's any stopping of air, it won't go very far. It will be like a brake, like brakes on a car, right? 3 is gravity. That is the force that brings everything on Earth down. So if your plane is too heavy, it's definitely not going to fly. So think about how you can balance that, all right? Don't forget to check out our activity on our blog, and please share your exploration with STEM with us. We'd love to see you learn. Thank you for joining us for Young Discoverers this week with the Discovery Center of Idaho, and we look forward to the next. Stay curious.